Tuesday the 5th of March and a preview of what's ahead, but I'm going to concentrate on not the last cross-country meeting of the season, because we've got English schools the following week, but one of the last of the major championships was the UK Inter-Counties Cross-Country Championships, or UK Cross Challenge, or final trial for the World Cross-Country Championships, which take place in Serbia at the end of March. So just a few bits of information might be useful. I'm going to concentrate on the senior races, to be honest. There's races for men and women over 10k. All the entries are on Sportsoft race results. If you go to the fixture and look at entries, you can see which county has entered people. It could well be on British Athletics TV. I hope it is. And the races start 10:45 a.m. at Wallerton Park, Nottingham, with the under 20 men, and the last race is the senior men. That's off at 2:30. Now, just as a reminder, what's at stake in terms of World Cross Country selection? I'll try and simplify it. There's a selection meeting on Monday, the 11th of March. The races are, by the way, on Saturday, the 9th of March. And the selection policy says they can pick up to 4 juniors and up to 5 seniors, male and female. For the seniors, anybody who finished in the top 12 in the senior races at the European Championships and were first or second scorer for Great Britain, they can go. Then anybody who medalled and was the first GB home at the Europeans, they can be selected. Then the first at the Parliament Hill Cross Challenge or London International fixture in January, they can go. And then the first place finisher in this event can also go. So just going through, top 12 in the Euros and top 2 for Great Britain were Abby Donnelly and Jess Warner-Judd on the female side and Hugo Milner on the male side. First under 23 gaining medals, Megan Keith and Will Barnicoat. And at Parliament Hill, it was Hugo Milner and Abby Donnelly who'd already got selection. Now, when you look at those names, Hugo Milner is a triathlete and being very much focused on that, so not sure he's going to go. And Jess Warner-Judd seemingly seems really focused on the road season and then the early track season in terms of going to the Olympics. So I would have thought maybe Abby Donnelly, Megan Keith, Will Barnicoat might take up their places for the World Cross Country Championships. And if we're going to take teams, they might add a few more to at least have teams going there. So there's some opportunity there for people who are on form, perhaps. That's my thinking. Don't try and anticipate what the selectors are thinking, but that's my thinking. When you look at the people involved, I've got between a dozen and 14 names I've picked out on both lists. And again, I could have missed somebody. I've scanned through, but give you a flavour who's competing. Jack Miller representing Avon on the men's side. He's been in really good form. Probably had his sights on the National Cross Country Championships, which were cancelled a week or so ago. Zach Mohammed for Hampshire, no doubt, he's been training hard and focused on this. James Kingston from Kent, who's still the National Cross Country champion, he'll be running. Tom Evans from Leicestershire, again, how that fits in with things like his ultra running, I'm not quite sure, but definitely ran well at Parliament Hill and would be in the mix. Got Joe Wigfield representing Merseyside. Callum Johnson, who represents the North East, has won the National Cross Country before. And Cameron Allen, who he had a good tussle with in the Newcastle 10K recently, might strengthen the North East team there. Jamie Crowe is always really solid and he's running for Scotland East. Toma Tarragano going for Sussex, was in the Great Britain under-23 team at the Europeans. Omar Ahmed, Ellis Cross and Jack Gray, all Warwickshire. So if all they rock up, then Warwickshire will be quite strong. Angus McMillan for Yorkshire as well. Just a bit of an outsider here, might finish quite up. Somebody I've been watching a bit, and that's Jack Cavagna from Surrey, who's posted some good road times. So looking out for where he finishes. So there's a few. Apologies if I've missed anybody, and no doubt I have. But anyway, going on to the women's side, we've got Ellie Wallace for Avon top of the alphabetical order, I think. Rebecca Murray for Bedfordshire, and Reve Walcott-Nolan is entered in the Bedfordshire team, just coming off the 1500 metres at the World Indoors this last weekend. Olivia Mason for Cumbria, she ran at the Europeans. Lauren Hayes and Lauren McNeil for Derbyshire, could be a strong team. Intriguingly, Kai Malanga for Essex, better known as a track runner, but often seen on the cross-country scene. Phoebe Barker for Kent, been really running very consistently recently. Ran a debut half marathon last week at Cambridge. Then Gemma Steele, always really solid, running for Leicestershire. Abby Donnelly for Lincolnshire, who I've mentioned before, already on the team. Jess Gibbon, former national cross-country champion. She's been running well this season, going for Oxford. Alice Goodall seems back in form in Scotland, representing Scotland East, as is Kirsty Walker, very strong. And Neve Brown going for Surrey. And again, apologies if I've missed anybody there, but yeah, if you had to pick them out, probably Zach Mohammed and Abby Donnelly, probably the favourites. I won't go any deeper than that, but should be good. I just really hope there's no problems with parking and etc., because a lot of parking is done on the grass at Wollerton Park normally. And I note that Wollerton Park Run has been cancelled a couple of times in recent weeks. So fingers crossed all round for the organisers, athletes and us spectators, etc. I will also mention, going on this weekend is the National Collegiate Association Champs, NCAA Champs in Boston. Really essentially on Friday and Saturday. It's on ESPN television, but you might want to look out to see if there's any videos and things knocking about of races. I'll highlight Yusuf Bizimana, British 800 metre runner, going in the men's 800. He won the championship last year as a result of another athlete's disqualification. So I'll be hoping to, win it straight off this year. So look out for him. Essentially, Friday and Saturday, the men's events are earlier in the day and the women's in the evening. Whether you can see it and catch it on TV, I don't know yet. But there you go. That's what I've got. Fingers crossed everything goes ahead. We shall see. Tough times for some people in terms of event organisers. So hope you all have a good week.